Get me stitches done. He's a man. He's a fighter. He can fight like fuck. You don't get to the UFC without being able to fight.
Be interested to see what Froch on Fighting has to say about this. I'm sure he's going to absolutely dig him out because.
Last 20. Last 20.
Yes.
10 to go, 10 to go.
That he was smashed John Fury to pieces. Should the event actually happen? Again, you're looking at a former world champion in Carl Froch. You're looking at a former he's a Hall of Famer, Carl Froch. You don't get into the Hall of Fame.
But sometimes I feel like, is Del Boy getting personal with the Cobra, or is he just tongue-in-cheek? And listen, I don't want to have a roll around with you.
No. You said it before, but you said it in a nicer way. That's why I never came after you, do you understand? He's entertainment.
Hang on a minute, let me stop you there. What the fuck was entertaining about him against fucking Mike Tyson, champion?
Hey!
Go, champ!
Let's go, champ! Let's go, champ!
Check
the Cobra!
The controversy surrounding John Fury and Carl Froch has taken another dramatic turn, and this time it's not just fans debating who would win. Some of boxing's most respected names believe this rivalry has reached a point where the danger is becoming very real. What began as verbal exchanges has now evolved into serious warnings, honest opinions, and growing concern over whether John Fury truly understands what he could be stepping into. And the first person to sound the alarm is Darren Till. Darren Till openly admits he has enormous respect for Carl Froch's achievements inside the boxing ring. Coming from an MMA background, Till naturally backs his own ability whenever competition is involved, but that confidence noticeably changes the moment he sees Froch's physical condition up close. According to Till, the former world champion looks far stronger than many people expected, and that immediate impression convinces him this would be an extremely dangerous matchup for John Fury if it ever became reality.
I am not a better boxer than Carl Froch. I just want to make that clear. I know I can beat Carl Froch. I know from my MMA background with some feints thrown in and stuff like that, I can beat him. But I'm not trying to sit here and say I'm a better boxer, but why would he not get in that ring with me?
John Fury, meanwhile, continues to show exactly why this rivalry has become so heated. He refuses to accept criticism from Carl Froch and clearly takes every remark personally. In Fury's eyes, Froch has no right to question him in that manner, and the frustration comes across in every response. Rather than calming the situation, his emotional reaction only pushes the feud to another level and keeps the war of words growing louder.
What about the good fights they've been involved in? You know, even him himself, he was involved in good fights, but what they do, they kick the credibility in the nutsack.
Darren Till also makes it clear that he has no interest in wasting time with endless negotiations or public arguments. He insists he is prepared to face whoever stands opposite him and leaves all financial discussions to the people managing his career. That attitude reflects someone who prefers settling matters through competition instead of allowing months of headlines and speculation to drag the situation out.
Let's just call it, that fight can happen, but I'm here ready to fight anyone. My coaches know I'm ready to fight anyone. So that's that. If he wants to fight me and Mams and KSI want to put that fight together, that fight can happen. Do you understand? I'm not asked about the money. Let my management sort that. But I'm ready to fight at all times, anyone. So, do you know what I'm saying? That I need to nip it in the bud.
Duke McKenzie believes Darren Till's warning deserves serious attention. From McKenzie's perspective, Carl Froch's punching power has never disappeared despite his retirement. He points to Froch's memorable performances against George Groves as proof that devastating power remains long after championship days are over. Even with age no longer on Froch's side, McKenzie believes that kind of strength would still pose a massive challenge for John Fury.
Professional career, and everybody knows Froch is a tough guy. And if Froch turns up, even though he's an old man now, he's nearly as old as me. No, he's not. He's quite younger than me, actually. Carl Froch. I'm 63. Anyway, but you know, listen. Even Carl Froch, at the age that he is at, would still be enough for John Fury.
Adam Smith tries to keep the discussion balanced by describing much of the rivalry as entertainment and playful banter. Even so, he admits there is one important reality he cannot ignore. If the contest ever became genuine, he personally would have no desire to stand across the ring from Carl Froch. Smith respects John Fury's toughness and physical presence, but he still believes Froch's experience and proven boxing ability would ultimately make the difference.
Carl Froch is a fighter to the core, so is John Fury. Listen, it's fun, it's banter, it's entertainment. Carl said to me afterwards, hey, it's all good fun, isn't it?
If they fought, who would win?
I mean, I don't think I would go against Carl Froch ever anyway.
Okay.
In a normal fight. I mean, obviously it's a long time since he's retired, but Carl Froch is a very, very, very top fighter.
That switch up there as well.
And John Fury's a big guy, right? And he's
the unbelievable fighter.
He's the best.
John Fury responds by escalating the rivalry even further. Rather than treating the exchange as harmless trash talk, he launches a direct accusation aimed squarely at Carl Froch, questioning the transformation of Froch's powerful physique. Whether people accept those claims or completely reject them, the comments demonstrate how personal the dispute has become. At this stage, neither side appears interested in backing away.
Box you for free. Not box you, fight you for free. I've got fame. I've got money. I've got enough. But what I want to do is do you some serious damage. Are you hearing me, you pig? So get plenty of steroids and juice down you, mate, because I will fight you tomorrow.
Johnny Nelson then offers valuable insight from conversations within the boxing world. He explains that Carl Froch believes the biggest obstacle to making this fight is no longer willingness. It's the financial demands surrounding the negotiations. Nelson respects both personalities involved, but his assessment suggests the rivalry may ultimately generate more headlines than actual action. Behind every heated interview, money continues to influence whether the fight ever moves beyond discussion.
People talking, and so that was the important thing.
What do you think of Makhmudov? Do you think he's going to cause him a few problems in the ring?
No, I think Mahmoud is made for him. It's a perfect fight for him. Got the height, looks apart, he's strong. I think Tyson's hands will be too fast. I think
Carl Froch, however, remains calm throughout the entire debate. Rather than shouting or making emotional promises, he simply points to the difference in boxing pedigree between himself and John Fury. Froch even says he has no desire to seriously hurt Fury, yet that measured confidence arguably carries more impact than any aggressive threat. For Darren Till, this composed attitude is exactly why he believes John Fury should think very carefully before stepping into such a dangerous situation. John Fury continues to project absolute confidence, refusing to show even the slightest hesitation about the possibility of facing Carl Froch. He speaks as though the challenge is simply another chapter waiting to be written. Yet that fearless attitude is exactly what concerns many people around the sport. At 61 years old, sharing a ring with a former three-time world champion who still appears to be in outstanding physical condition is not just an ambitious decision. It carries genuine physical risks. That is precisely the concern Darren Till raised after seeing Froch's impressive transformation with his own eyes.
Last one now. You got this one. Straight up. So, nice, mate. Good set.
Liam Smith looks at the rivalry from a different angle. Rather than focusing entirely on the fighting itself, he questions whether the entire situation has become part sporting contest and part publicity. Smith notes that Carl Froch appeared less comfortable than expected when emotions boiled over ringside, offering a different perspective from the fearless image Froch normally presents in interviews.
Look, Daniel does do anything to drum something up. I think he just wants the Froch fight. I think Froch just called him a little bit on YouTube. But, you know, I think Carl got uncomfortable. Darren's a fucking lunatic. So last thing he wants, Darren Till jumping out the ring to you, fucking threatening to choke you and all that, do you know what I mean? So it's the last thing I'd want anyway. So fucking I think Carl just got off rather than have the aggro of, you know, Darren Till in front of him screaming, shouting and spitting.
Darren Till's patience eventually reaches its limit. Normally measured in his public appearances, this time his frustration becomes obvious. He makes it clear that he is tired of constant uncertainty, repeated delays, and mixed messages. Instead of more headlines and speculation, Till simply wants a clear decision so everyone knows whether this rivalry is genuine or destined to remain nothing more than talk. His reaction shows how exhausting these long-running public disputes can become for those watching them unfold from close range.
Matching it off. I'm having a look.
Duke McKenzie believes there is one reason John Fury constantly remains at the center of attention. Wherever Fury goes, controversy seems to follow. Heated exchanges, bold threats, emotional outbursts, and unforgettable confrontations have become part of his public image. Whether people agree with him or not, McKenzie acknowledges that Fury has an undeniable ability to keep boxing fans talking, and that constant drama has played a major role in keeping the Carl Froch storyline alive.
And he knows how to shout houses down and make threats and swear and all the rest of it because he creates chaos wherever he goes. And for whatever the reason, the public, they love that.
It's definitely sells, but
Dave Allen then offers one of the most balanced opinions of the entire debate. He separates natural athletic ability from elite-level boxing experience, explaining that the two should never be confused. Allen praises John Fury's physical condition and toughness, but believes those qualities alone cannot replace decades of world-class competition.
Sure, but you know, he's almost saved the scene a little bit. I almost felt like if KSI weren't fighting and we haven't really seen Slim anymore and Dean the Great and all that.
The discussion finally turns toward a factor many people have overlooked throughout the rivalry: conditioning. While much of the attention has focused on power, reputation, and confidence, endurance becomes an entirely different challenge when a fighter is over 60 years old. Maintaining the pace against someone as well-conditioned as Carl Froch could quickly become the deciding factor. That concern reinforces why Dillian Whyte's warning was taken seriously by many observers. From his perspective, the greatest danger is not simply Froch's power, but the relentless physical pressure he could apply from the opening bell. Until this rivalry either becomes reality or finally comes to an end, questions surrounding the matchup will continue dominating boxing conversations.